And it scares the hell out of me still to this day. Sometimes I like on the daily, I'm doing things and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know if I know how to do this, but I just keep walking.
Yeah. But she asked you, how do you move on from something that was the best, like SNL? And you said something to the effect of how you can't recreate what you had before and you're not supposed to. And when I read this, I think we had already met, but this had stopped me in my tracks. And,
you know, I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but like Alex Rodriguez is really the one that summer of 22 when we sat down to like, and he was like asking me about the documentary, and we talked about him leaving the Yankees and leaving baseball. And it was really his advice where he was just like, you've worked on this, like the idea of you trying to now be like, I have to go do that next to it and in the lane next door is like, it's so much pressure. It's also going to take away any of the joy you're ever going to have from building something new. He's like, just create something new. Like, and by the way, he didn't mean like, I mean, I really did create something new.
Yeah.
I could have stayed like, you know, I could have gone to like a studio job, let's say. And like, but like, let it be something new. Let it be a new vertical. Let it be a new experience. Don't go back and be like, okay, well, if I have to compare myself to like meeting a movie star and becoming friends with them every single week, okay, well, for 20 years, that's a really heavy lift.
And you're going to be disappointed, most likely. It's not, and you might not even be in the same like life space, mental space to actually do that. Because I was talking with a DJ on a different episode, and kind of this idea that you try to recreate the feeling you had when you were young, but you're such a different person later on in life that you might not be able to get that back to that same space just because of all the experiences you've had and all of the things that have happened and things you've accomplished. Like all the metrics and like the thresholds kind of change. I think you can do new stuff, but it's almost like, you went to college, so it's like, I had the most fun in college. I thought it was wonderful. I worked so hard. It was a magical 4 years. And I never thought, okay, like, let me try to recreate that somewhere else. Like, I'm not going to have all of those puzzle pieces come together afterwards. So it's kind of like that. It's like, you know.
Yeah, I really think that we get stuck in these like tracks where like, well, this is the only thing I do. And you see it a lot. You see it a lot with women, especially around like my age of just like getting either pushed out of their jobs and they're like, well, this is the only thing I do. And it's like, God, like how did we get so narrow-minded about like what our skill sets are? Like the beautiful thing I've learned post SNL is like, yes, SNL was one, but the things I built, like the skill set I built and the like tool belt I have from SNL can be applied to like so many things that I would never have even imagined. You know, like we limit ourselves with this like these limited beliefs. We're like, oh well, I'm just this, and it's like, man, if we can like, if you were to have somebody else, like I remember thinking, or maybe one of my friends said this to me. They're like, all of the people in this room would bet on you, all of them. If they had to be like, okay, you know, can we invest in you and what you're gonna do? They would all do it. Because they believe in you. And it's like, why can't your beliefs equal like how the way this room looks at you?
Yeah.
And it's like, we just put ourselves in these boxes. And I've learned now, I've just pushed myself out of them. And it scares the hell out of me still to this day. Sometimes I like on the daily, I'm doing things and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know if I know how to do this, but I just keep walking.
Yeah.
It's the same thing going back to Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
I walk in there before I can talk myself out of it.
Yeah. And you just be in that moment.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of goes back to what you had said earlier about how, you know, SNL was so niche and so specific. Like, how are you going to transfer that elsewhere? But it was similar with racing. Like, to your point, like what you learn is universal. You're going to have to be creative and intentional and proactive about translating those skills or using those skills to learn, or like, you know, articulating how those skills apply to something else. You have to be intentional with that.
Yeah, you can't wait for the people to come to you to be like, hey, we think you've got this amazing skill set. Now let's apply it to this like financial institution. Like,
right.
You have to be, you absolutely have to do the work, and you have to be creative, and you have to be confident in that skill set. But it's so possible.
Yeah, no, it's so possible.